Welcome, everyone. I'm Mike McCarty. I'm the Executive Director of the Glenview Park District. Thank you all for being here today in your community's newly renovated home for ice sports and recreation, the Glenview Community Ice Center. Just take a look at this place. It's absolutely spectacular. I want to thank you all of those who are joining us in person, but also virtually. The first virtual grand opening for the Glenview Park District in its 93-year history. So thank you for watching us at home. Before we get started today with our program, I'd like to have a moment of silence, because as we celebrate today, I want to acknowledge and recognize that yesterday was the 19th anniversary of 9/11. So please, join me in a moment of silence as we pay tribute to the victims and honor those that survived on this day. Thank you. We're honored to have a special guest with us this morning, professional singer, broadcaster, and Glenview's own Wayne Messmer. Wayne gained recognition as celebrated national anthem soloist for the Chicago Blackhawks at Chicago Stadium for 13 seasons. Subsequently, he furthered his status with the Chicago Wolves, Chicago Cubs, and formerly the Chicago White Sox. Messmer became known nationally as Chicago's original voice of the national anthem. So without further ado, I'd like to invite Wayne to the mic. So please stand, remove your caps, and the American flag is to my left. Just awesome, just awesome. Thank you, Wayne. This is such an exciting day for the Glenview community, and one that many of you have been looking forward to for a very long time. When I think of this facility, I think of a quote of figure skating legend and Olympic medalist Peggy Fleming, who said, "Skating was the vessel into which I could pour my heart and my soul." The vessel into which I can pour my heart and my soul. This center has had a lot of people pouring their heart, their soul into it to create one of the best recreation and ice sports facilities in the country. It's also a place where our community can pour their hearts, their souls, into their passion for ice sports and enjoy a wide range of recreational opportunities. Glenview has long been an ice skating community. The Glenview Ice Center has been the second most utilized facility in the Park District, next to Park Center, with more ice sports participants than baseball and soccer combined. And it's sure to continue to grow with a facility like this. Our new Community Ice Center adds more than 35,000 square feet, which means more capacity to meet skating demands and have our Glenview skaters skating in Glenview. And speaking of Glenview, I want to turn this over to Glenview's own, the president of the park board for the Glenview Park District, Bill Casey, and also the fellow Zamboni rider.
Thanks, Mike. What an exciting day to have this ribbon cutting. It's been a long time in the making. First, I'd like to recognize some. I can't see who's in the audience because everybody's wearing a mask, but I thought I saw our state senator, Laura Fine. If she's there, wave her hand. I think I see our state representative, Jen Gahn-Gerchowitz. Just welcome. We also have our county commissioner, Scott Britton, who'll be doing a little presentation momentarily. And I didn't see from the village board, I don't see, if you raise your hand, maybe I could see it. I saw Mike Jennings and I don't know, is Jim Patterson here? If you can convey to Matt Formica and your planning staff, Steve Buckland, I don't see him here. I know he runs your plan commission. We couldn't have done this without the support of the village. One of our partners in making this happen. We've done a land swap here that benefits both the Park District and the village and how we set up our the fire department that's going to get done. And I'd also who's the North Shore, is a representative from North Shore here. North Shore Hospital was huge. Where's he at? So North Shore, we couldn't have done this ice rink without your help in allowing to have us have access to Hospital Drive. It totally changed the layout and the design, and it's going to make this much more easy to get in and out of because of your generosity. In addition, let's see, there's Glenbrook South board members, or Mr. Johns, is he here? No? Thanks for District 225. You're also helpful with allowing us to do the parking and overflow parking. It's another one of the examples of how we as a community come together in partnership. 15 months ago, Commissioner Dave Dillon, let me introduce my commissioners, I'm sorry, Andy Katsamakis at the end, Dave Dillon right here, Dave Tosh, Joe Sullivan, what am I missing? Oh, I thought, why did they put you in the front row? Jen Roberts, and missing is Dan Peterson, also one of our commissioners. So 15 years ago, Dave Dillon was president, or 15 months ago, I'm sorry, Dave Dillon did the ice breaking, as we called it, and we broke a symbolic block of ice to launch this incredible project that we've put together. It couldn't be done if it wasn't for the citizens 47 years ago had a referendum that said, do you want, 47 years ago it was put to the voters, do you want to build an ice rink? And it was a successful referendum, and then 43 years later, 44 years later, this building that was originally built started getting worn out, and it came to us that we needed to realize what we do with the project. So we had a feasibility study, and that came forward and it said that we could operate this, and there was a demand for an additional sheet of ice. So through the benefit of 27-member Citizens Advisory Board, we brought them together as a task force. Are any of those board members, task force members here? Thank you. And another collaborative thing is that we were able to talk about what was actually needed and what would be realized. And we brought down the project by many millions of dollars, and we couldn't have done it without the task force. So I'd like to thank them for their input. So as we went forward, we had to ask the citizens once again if they were willing to we were going to go to referendum, and if they were willing to take a tax increase to build this beautiful building. The three board members, I see Scott Southwood, who was on the task force committee. Steffi Arcus is not here. And Ted Shabillo were monumental in helping us get that referendum passed. And it was overwhelmingly, almost 65% of the residents of the Glenview Park District agreed that we should move forward with this building. And I'd like to thank the residents of Glenview for that. Particularly what this brought to it, it was a new design, a new idea. It's going to be not just for ice, it's going to be for, there's many facilities around, spaces in this building that can be used by many people in this community. So it won't go just for ice, but it's going to be used for many people. You may see, if you're not familiar, some of the boards here has clear glass through it. And what the opportunity that does is it allows sled hockey, which you can see one of our beautiful silhouettes there represents the people with needs, and that we're going to be able to provide that, where in the past we weren't able to do that. It was another thing that's really interesting that I want to point out. Over in the corner, you'll see a photograph, and it was we had a signing of a beam that we had hundreds of people come out and sign their name to a beam. And now that beam is in that wall right there, so we have a picture of that, so it'll be there forever in time as long as we keep going. I'd also like to thank the the foundation board, for their generous $180,000 donation to help bring that beautiful piece of art that you saw walking in the building. I think that's just a stunning thing, and again, it's going to be there for a real long time. I'd also like to thank the Glenview Stars, who donated $977,000. $102,000 of that is to buy a new Zamboni, which they'll be paid back over time with their generous donations that they pledged. I'd also like to thank Brad and Steve Hill, if they're waving. They donated $1,000 for the Offensive Zone Pro Shop. And I still like to thank Nick Philippus. Is he here? He donated $120,000 to build out that beautiful restaurant up there that'll be used for the community throughout. I know I'm missing one. Who's 120? Okay, that's it. So, did I miss anything, Mike? You follow me up? No. Thank you, everybody, for coming. It's really important that we continue to show to the taxpayers that we're responsible, that we can bring a beautiful facility in time, under budget, and it really gives a testament to Mike and his team, who I think need a round of applause for their successful. Mike, we couldn't have done it without you, so thanks again, and he's going to take over from here. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, President Casey. With any major construction project, there are many challenges along the way to stay on schedule and on budget. We had to overcome many unforeseen challenges to get here, including the unforeseen challenges and delays that were brought by COVID-19. But we persevered as a team, and we're thrilled to be standing here today. It took a collaborative team of people helping each other and pulling in the same direction to make this project successful. The end result is a brand new community ice center, a year-round destination for recreation, instruction, competition, and most important, fun. Features include 2 NHL-size rinks, a studio rink, 11 team rooms, dryland fitness, pro shop, full-service restaurant, a Joe's Donuts downstairs, and much more. I want to take a few minutes to recognize the hard work, the contributions of several individuals, groups, and business partners. As President Casey pointed out, everyone's support is invaluable, the community especially, and I'm extremely grateful to everyone. Thank you to the Glenview community for supporting our vision of a recreation facility that is more energy efficient, has improved accessibility for persons with disabilities, is able to provide more recreational and competitive programming, and will meet the needs of our district residents for generations to come. As Commissioner Casey said, I want to thank personally the Village of Glenview for their oversight and their partnership. The partnership that we had to swap land to create a stormwater structure that would benefit the Park District and the village, saved village taxpayers and the Glenview Park District taxpayers money. I want to thank Jesse Hall from North Shore Hospital Systems, Glenbrook Hospital. He has been a tremendous partner all through the pandemic, and still, even though we are in this pandemic, they were right there at the forefront to be our partner, but they have been taking care of our community endlessly. So let's give a round of applause to all of our healthcare workers, throughout, especially the ones here in Glenview. School District 225, their board, Superintendent Charles Johns, thank you very much for the partnership, and I hope that you will continue to find new ways to use this facility for your students, your faculty. We'll keep that partnership going. And again, the Park Foundation, the Glenview Park Foundation, over 20 years of giving back, of a group of volunteers that has helped us build Jackman Park, contributed to Sinisfet Arboretum, donated the sloth exhibit that is part of the new interpretive center at the Grove, and now the Under the Stars sculpture that really has transformed this facility, and the leisureships that they have committed to families in need to participate in recreational activities, including ice activities. They donate to that on an annual basis. They give back so much. If you're looking for a cause, think of the Glenview Park Foundation. I want to thank our talented team of contractors who have been able to turn our community's vision into reality. It starts with a great architect and an architect firm like Williams Architects. Frank Parisi, and Tom Poulos, Scott Morlock, the entire team at Williams. You guys are spectacular. You've been doing projects with Glenview for a while, but you've knocked it out of the park here. Great job. The group that built this building, W.B. Olson, John Emser, Dave Olson, Larry, there's so many guys at W.B. Olson. I have never worked with a team that can pull this off so well. Great job, W.B. Olson. And Jerry Alicio from the AT Group, he acted as our owner's representative. And what he does is he keeps us all in line. He keeps us all communicating, keeps the project on budget, and has done an exceptional job. Jerry, it was a pleasure to work with you on a project of this size. Thank you very much. Other contractors like Gewalt Hamilton and so many others, thank you. I know I probably forgot some people's names, but there's truly hundreds of people that have come through this building that we've kept employed throughout this whole pandemic, kept their engines of their organizations, their contractors working, plumbers, electricians, tradesmen of all types, truly artists in their own right. So let's hear it for all those folks that put everything into this facility. Now I get to thank, my team. There isn't a team like this anywhere in the country. I wouldn't have been able to be standing here today if it wasn't for them. Superintendent of Special Facilities, Lori Lovell, who served as a project manager. She truly is a special leader, and we're fortunate to have her. When this project came forward, I think she thought I was crazy when I said, you have to be the one to run this project. And she probably still thinks I'm crazy, but no one could have pulled it off like her. Our amazing ICE team, Jim Whitus, Brian Montgomery, and just so you know, the other challenge and the reason why Brian's wearing a mask, his wife is due any day now for their first child. So you two are just exceptional. The attention to detail, reviewing plans, finding ways in the design to save us money, to be more efficient on the operation side. And then you add in Alberto Salazar, Candace Diaz, Sylvain Turcotte, Kathy Brinkman, and Patrick Brinkley. They're the best in the business. So before we officially cut the ribbon, I also want to have Cook County Commissioner Scott Britton come up. He's here with us today in a special acknowledgement to our hockey director, Sylvain Turcotte, for his recent acceptance into the Illinois Hockey Hall of Fame.
Thank you, Mike. Let me just indulge me for a moment. I do want to just give another shout out to my partners in government and my roommates in my district office, Jennifer Gon-Gershowitz and Laura Fine. Thank you for being such great partners. They also keep the office very clean, and I appreciate that. Also a shout out to my good friend and colleague on the village board, Mike Jenny. Thanks for keeping the village running in my absence. I appreciate that. But I think I stand here more as a proud Glenview resident than any other concept that I have in my government service. This facility is the perfect example of how we work together in Glenview to achieve things for everyone who lives here, and particularly the youth who are going to enjoy this facility for decades to come. This is a testament to Mike McCarty, his staff, and all of our commissioners. They have done a marvelous job. Thank you for your service. So please just indulge me one more second to acknowledge a very special individual who has been a part of this facility in its original incarnation and such a big part of Glenview. And I want to present a resolution to Sylvain Turcotte, sponsored by the Honorable Scott R. Britton, Cook County Board of Commissioners, honoring Sylvain Turcotte for his nomination and induction into the Illinois Hockey Hall of Fame. Sylvain was born and raised in Montreal. He began hockey at 5, like many people here in Glenview have done, and his devotion to hockey has continued throughout these decades. It was a family affair for his family, as his uncle opened a hockey school in his home in Quebec, and he played hockey throughout high school and at the University of Quebec in Montreal. He brought his hockey experiences here to Glenview in his 20s and was hired by the Glenview Ice Center as director of hockey in 1987. During his 32-year tenure With the Glenview Park District, he has coached various teams and athletes, including many famous and accomplished hockey players. Through his family, he has dedicated himself to the village of Glenview and to Glenview hockey. And whereas his accomplishments were acknowledged by the Illinois Hockey Hall of Fame for his actions both on and off the ice, and now therefore be it resolved that the Cook County Board of Commissioners does hereby honor Sylvain Turcotte for his induction into the Illinois Hockey Hall of Fame, and be it further resolved that a suitable copy of this resolution be tendered to Sylvain Turcotte as a means of communicating our thanks and well wishes this 26th day of February 2020. Scott R. Britton, Commissioner, 14th District, Tony Preckwinkle, President, Cook County Board of Commissioners. Congratulations, Sylvain.
Thank you, Mike.
Your community ice center has been a staple in our community for 46 years. The original facility was built in 1973 and welcomed generations of figure skaters and hockey players. Our team is looking forward to continuing that tradition for another half century. We're ready to make everyone's experience the best one yet, from the minute someone walks through those doors, and hopefully you leave with fond memories that will last a lifetime. So now, it's time that you've been waiting for, the ribbon cutting to officially open the Glenview Community Ice Center. I'd like to ask all of our commissioners to come up to walk carefully up to the ribbon. So thank you everyone for joining us today in person and virtually. We hope that everyone will stay and watch the performances by our synchronized skaters and our hockey participants. Please, if you're here today, and you'll be able to watch this live throughout the day today, but it'll also be recorded, so you'll be able to come back and see it as well. But stay happy, stay healthy. We have a whole bunch of group grand opening activities online. If you check out our website at glenviewparks.org, they're free activities. If you want a tour of this magnificent facility, you can sign up online for a tour. And we're going to cut to a virtual tour right after this. But thank you all for coming, and see you on the ice.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining with us today on this virtual grand reopening here. It's certainly a very unique event, so we appreciate you joining us here. My name's Brian Montgomery. I'm the manager of program services here at the rink, and I'll kind of be taking you around a couple tours today. We're going to do the second floor first, and we're going to then make our way to some on-ice performances on Rink B, and then we're going to go downstairs to show the first floor and then end up in the studio rink. Right now, we're starting here in our restaurant area of the rink. So this is a totally new feature to the facility. This is the North Branch. North Branch is where our partners, they're going to run the restaurant here, and then they're also going to run the cafe downstairs, a Joe Donut downstairs. So you can kind of see the space here. We've got the bar counter right here, some seating as well in this area, and you have great views into Rink A and the studio rink right behind us as well. One of the big things with this facility, as we kind of went through our design, was we wanted to keep all three of the rinks separate. So it was actually enclosed in their own space. We've kind of all been to rinks where you hear a whistle from one rink and it impacts the play on another, or you hear music from another come over the boards. So we wanted them all to be separate. So that kind of led to us kind of having to pick where we wanted the views for this restaurant to be. So we were able to look into Rink A and get a feel for the studio rink right behind us here as well too. We'll be also able to stream with our new contract with Live Barn. Will be finalized by the time the restaurant is opening in early October, to be able to show Rink B as well on the TVs here in the restaurant. So be able to see all three sheets of ice while you're up here possibly having dinner or having a drink as well too. So it's a very exciting partnership, and it's one of those that as soon as it kind of started, it made so much sense with them being right down the street, and so many of our users would go right to North Ranch right after their practice anyways. So we'll kind of keep walking here and just kind of keep coming with me, and we're gonna head out to right outside Rink A and check out what we've created as figure skating and hockey wall of fames. So in the past, for those of you that had been to the old building, you would see a ton of banners hanging on the walls. We may have been trying to hide a couple warts on the old buildings with all those banners. We don't have nearly any warts now in this new facility. So we're kind of transitioning into a hockey wall of fame and a figure skating wall of fame, where we'll be able to, coming soon, you'll see it, kind of highlight the achievements of our own youth league teams, of our Glenview Stars affiliate, the Glenbrook South hockey teams, and then also here for figure skating, all of our figure skaters and their achievements, as well as our Glenview Blade synchronized skating teams. We'll be able to do a number of different things with players of the month, teams of the month, kind of famous alumni, and really be able to kind of get creative with this, and then also find ways to incorporate some more recent banners or some classic ones or some really high achievements in the rinks as well too, that we're kind of working through as we continue to break into this new facility. So from here, we're gonna kind of walk. Right behind Rink A is our dryland training room. So in this area is really more of a hockey focus, right? We've got two rooms on the second floor that both kind of service both of our different user groups. So in here, dryland training, we've got two kind of state-of-the-art pieces of equipment. Over here, I'm gonna show you first, this is our rapid shot machine. So in here, this is basically how we like to explain it is hockey batting cages, right? And I'm gonna try to hold this with one hand, so we'll see how it goes. It basically works as a batting cage. It shoots the puck out to you from the right side there. The puck comes across this sensor the first time. It reads it as it comes across. The player receives the puck right here, and then the sensor reads it again as the puck crosses the line. Then the lights light up around the four corners of the goalpost there and tells you where to shoot. So if I shoot and I hit the yellow mark, I get fewer points. I hit green, I get more. I hit blue, I get the most points. It also judges the speed of my shot, so I'm able to kind of get judged on 3 or 4 different categories and get points that way. Players are able to have their own card that keeps their own stats and keeps a log of the history of how they did, and they're able to compare their performance and achievement to kind of famous players like Jonathan Toews and Patrick Kane and see how they stack up with NHL players, and then also players their age, kind of nationally and then globally as well too. So it's a really exciting kind of interactive tool that's brand new to this facility. And we'll kind of back out of here now, and we're gonna kind of head here and check out our rapid hands machine. So this is how this is kind of a batting cage. We kind of describe this as Dance Dance Revolution, but for stick handling, right? So the machine will actually tell you, looking at the screen, it'll say where to take the puck, right? It'll say to go over the light blue twice. It'll say to go over the yellow once. It'll tell you to pass it off the boards here and come back to you, right? The faster you do it, the more points you get. The more accurate you are, the more points you get as well too. So it teaches the skater to keep their head up, look at the TV to follow where to go on the boards. And then just kind of spanning around the room as well too here, there's a number of different activities. This room is designed kind of as a circuit training, right? So there's a number of different fitness pieces here, some other stick handling equipment, and then an active turf aspect as well too, as we kind of span this way as well to kind of see the blue turf here for agility training and more things like that. So you're able to kind of get some speed and some life into this room, which we really tried to prioritize as we designed this space up here. So we'll kind of head out of dryland training and walk down the hallway here. So here we're kind of walking behind Rink A here, and I'm going to try to position you of where we are in the building as we walk past some bathrooms here on the left. wash past some of our guests there on the right as well too. We're looking into Rink A. We totally kind of repositioned the way the facility lays. So this used to be more or less where our studio rink was. So we basically pushed our studio rink north, replaced it completely, and turned it into a brand new NHL rink right here. So it kind of repositions the entrance to the building, and we'll kind of keep coming this way as well too. We'll walk past our brand new elevator here on the left-hand side, and as somebody who got trapped in our old lift, I personally love our new elevator very much. So that's fantastic for everybody. We'll make accessibility a lot greater in this building as well. So the old main entrance to the rink basically used to be that exit sign straight down on the first floor. So you'd come in from the parking lot to the north, walk into the rink, and you would kind of have your studio rink on the left-hand side and end up in our main rink, which was Rink B, which we'll get to in a little bit. But this is one of our favorite views of the facility here. As you can see, kind of the view that we had at center ice for the ceremony for Rink A. You can see the silhouettes there, the sled hockey benches, and then even here, kind of looking at the spectator seating, everything is a lot more vertical at the facility now. So everything is coming from the second floor for all the spectators. So we've got capacity for about 550 here, and they sit on top of the team rooms. And we've got 6 team rooms on this side and 5 team rooms on the other side for Rink B, so 11 team rooms in total for the facility. And kind of as I talked about dryland training being a little bit more of a hockey programming aspect, this is our new community room here. So we're kind of able to show the functionality of this space. You can see the nice wood floor. You can see that it's a lot more functional than our old room. For those of you at the old rink that can picture the old white tile and the beam in the middle of the room, the functionality wasn't great. So we really focused on this space being very versatile and being able to get a wood floor in here. So we've kind of got it set up in a little bit of a meeting area over here, and this area open to kind of show what the capabilities are here. We've got mirrors and ballet bars here for maybe more of a fitness kind of figure skating lean for this program, but then it's also a great rental space for groups as well. So it's a capacity of about 150 people as well too. So it's a great space to kind of come for any type of event that you're having, birthday parties and things like that. We also kind of love the open concept here of the windows facing landware, and we'll talk a little bit more about our exposure to landware as we kind of look at the Great Hall, as we kind of head out of the community room and go check out the Great Hall and talk about a few things there as well. So I touched on it a little bit earlier as well too, but this is basically the total repositioning of our front entrance. So it used to be facing north of the building, now it's west off of landware here. So we're coming right over here, and we're gonna look at, first we're gonna focus on a brand new fireplace that was designed by Elisa Bauner. She's a local Glenview artist who actually was, she grew up skating in Glenview, so she grew up skating at Cunliffe Park. So she kind of used that as an inspiration for the design, and you kind of see it go from fall to winter, and then kind of have the silhouette on the top part with the steel of the trees and the leaves that she would see at night as she was skating on Cunliffe Park. So it really is quite a statement piece and something that we really love in the facility. It's always going to be on, it's always going to be lit up, you're going to be able to see it from landware, and we really think it's great, and it really makes an awesome statement and gives us a great presence off landware. Above us here, you'll see some lights, and we like to always kind of give the point of reference that these are designed to look like the bottoms of figure skates. So the next time you come in, kind of look on up and see if you can catch those figure skates and what they look like. And then on the wall here as well, we've got some acoustic panels that have some kind of general park district pictures on there with community, happiness and health, nature, and some of the core foundational values of the Glenview Park District that we really feel makes a great impact for how the facility works and kind of how everything flows. And we really think that those kind of pop off the wall as well too. So from here, we're going to head into Rink B. We've actually got a couple demonstrations in here. So to start here, we're going to have our Pee Wee 3. This is the Pee Wee A3 team from the Glenview Stars. The head coach is Stu Patterson, Sean Dark, and Nick Chaconis. So we're going to do a little relay race here. Something similar to what you see at the Blackhawks, right? They're going to go under the cones, around, and come back. There's 5 skaters on each side and 4 or 5 skaters on each side and a goalie at the end. So we're going to see how that goes. So go ahead and get us started, Stu.
Is Jason still up? Question mark.
Skaters, please line up by the door. Good morning. Welcome to the Glenview Community Ice Center. My name is Candace Diaz. I'm the figure skating director here at the Ice Center. Today we are joined by our very talented Glenview boys skaters who are going to give us a skills demonstration of all the different skills you can learn here at the Ice Center. We offer 6 basic skills levels and 7 free skill levels. Skating is a fun way to exercise. It builds confidence and muscles, endurance. You can make new friends at the Ice Center. And most of all, you can have lots of fun. We are going to start out today with our basic 1s and 2 class introduction. So basic 1 and 2, you're going to learn how to do a forward swizzle. This is the beginning level. Everybody starts here. And then a snowball stop. Backward wiggle. And a forward dip. And moving on to basic 3 and 4. We're going to learn forward slowly. Moving snowball stop, backwards swivel, and beginning forward spin. Good job, leaders. And moving on to basic 5 and 6. You're going to learn some forward crossovers. And moving turn, and backward crossovers, and a backward outside edge, and a really fun skill is a forward 1-foot spin. freestyle classes. This is getting more advanced as we go through the levels. We've got the free skate, half flip. And the freestyle 1, box jump. And freestyle 2, 3, southbound. Freestyle 4, loop jump. And freestyle 5, loop jump. And a lux jump from freestyle 6. And a beautiful forward spin from freestyle 4. Thank you. Now, skaters, please line up at the far end of the rink for the most iconic and fun skating skill of all, the forward spiral. So let's see all those beautiful Michelle Pond-like spirals from skater number 1. Very nice, girls. And skater number 2. Beautiful. Look at that. And skater number 3. Wow. Very nice. These are some of the many skills you can learn here at the AM CDT Academy this year. So Michelle, can you join us? And skaters, why don't you all take a nice bow? Thank you, challenge Glenview Lake skaters. You guys had a great day. Enjoy the fun today. And thank you very much, everybody, for coming. Don't forget to join us today for some fun activities. And now we're going to bring it away for back to Brian Montgomery. Thank you so much, everyone.
Hey, Brad.
Is Jason clear?
Hey guys, yep, thanks for joining us back again after those great performances on Rink B. We're now down on the first floor here. I kind of moved over to our pro shop area and just kind of, we're really excited to have Offensive Zone Pro Shop back with us again. Brad and Steve Hill run a great shop here, and we're excited for them to work their way back in. They're filling up their space now, and their pro shop is actually in a very similar place to it was at the old building. Previously, you'd walk in and it'd be right on your right-hand side. It's right in that same spot again. I think we can all say it just looks a little bit nicer than it did before. So we can't wait for them to really break in and get used to operating in this space. So they can, any of their shop information can also be seen at offensivezone.net as well. So we're excited for them to come back and be part of this building for a long time. We'll kind of keep working down the hallway here. Right on your right-hand side as you come in off this north entrance here, we've got a couple new bathrooms here as well. And then up in front here, this is, I mentioned it kind of upstairs as well. This is the Joe Donut, so we're happy to partner with North Branch, and they own Joe Donut as well too. So that's truly going to be a great place. I'm already buying bigger pants to deal with all the donuts that I'm going to be eating, so I'm looking forward to that, but also not at the same time. And then in this area, we always have a lot going on, so this is a great thing here. This is our front desk area. We combined our administration and our front office area as well, so it's a little bit more efficient here. And you can kind of see the sliding doors coming in for the great hall here as well too. So we love the sliding doors in our facility just to make things easier, kind of to keep coming into the building and kind of be a very welcoming site. And then from here as well too, you can kind of get another shot of the fireplace and how it looks great even here on the first floor, just as well as it does on the second floor too. And then right as you kind of walk in, the flow of the building, we've got our locker team room assignments and TVs here. And to kind of get to Rink A, you go right here. Rink B is right in these sliding doors, and to get down to the studio rink, we actually come down this spine of the building. So this spine is basically dividing all of our team rooms right in the middle. So we've got the team rooms on either side of us for Rink A and Rink B. We decided to have all the players enter the sliding doors into the rinks, so we didn't have doors coming into this space, and we were able to kind of maximize the size of the team rooms there. At our old facility, we had 4 team rooms, and here we have 11, so we've got a lot more flexibility of where kids can go, how we can have different opportunities for a specific girls' locker room during the day for just a few girls to use, or even just have a ton more options for spreading out bigger teams or having more events or have things going on, so kids can use it for both the studio rink and then both Rink A and Rink B. So we're actually going to pop into Team Room E right here. So this is one of our locker rooms or team rooms on the right-hand side of the building for Rink B, and this is one that is kind of on its own here at the end of the rink. So it's a great space for a girls' locker room as well. So we wanted to make sure that we thought of that as we designed the building, because this room is just by itself, right? There's a bathroom at the end. It doesn't share a bathroom with any other team room, so it's a great option for a girls' locker room. So they can kind of safely use this room. You can see kind of how we've got everything marked out, and this is kind of the general feel of a lot of what our other 10 team rooms look like as well too. So we truly look forward to these and to using these in the future here. They definitely smell as good as they're going to smell right now, so we're enjoying these moments while they're still in good shape. And right here we've got a stick rack for every single one of the team rooms as well too. And then this one, you can see 2 doors here, so it actually can exit out into the spine and then directly into Rink B as well too for flexibility. And then we'll kind of back right out this way, back into the hallway, and we're going to check out the seating area kind of outside our studio rink, which is a cool design feature. We thought of a lot of small children and kids and young skaters while we were designing the building, and wanted to have a number of things to kind of make the building fun and interactive for them. So something that we thought would be really cool would be, and I'll kind of get in front of you guys here. Here you can actually see into the Zamboni room. That's always one of the big features of what kids love to watch at the rink, right? Is they put their face right up on the glass and watch the Zamboni. So here you can see into the Zamboni, you can see it come, you can see it dump snow, you can see our staff prepare to go out onto the ice, you can see it pull out, come back in, and really kind of make it fun and interactive for the kids. And kind of similar to the Figure Skating and Hockey Wall of Fame here, we're going to have informational pieces about how Zambonis work, some different fun facts, how many miles a Zamboni drives in a year, things like that as well too, and different kind of cool pieces of art, just how the Zamboni has progressed over the years of that it's been created and kind of resurfacing ice. And then here, just to kind of show how much we love the sliding doors, we're kind of looking into the studio rink here, as we've got kind of an introduction to hockey class here, our first timers class for hockey on the ice right now. This is our new studio rink, so it kind of positioned in the back corner of the facility. So we've got the sliding doors here, and actually you can see some action glass on the corner here that is just solely for kids to be able to see right in, and you can actually see her height is perfect example there of her being able to see right out onto the ice. So that's something that we designed that way, so the kids can kind of get a feel of what it's like to be on the ice, and we love the studio rink just because it's so much more welcoming to younger skaters. So we really love it and kind of love getting it going right away as well too. So thank you so much for joining us today, joining us out on the ice for the ceremony and coming with me on the second floor, watching our demonstrations on Rink B, and then coming back here to check out the first floor in the studio. We appreciate your time today, appreciate you being with us. We've got plenty of grand opening events this month available on our website, so please head to glenviewparks.org and make your way over to our website. Check it out, come skate with us. We're excited to use this building and excited to break it in for the community. So thank you, buddy. Thank everybody so much, and have a great rest of your day.